Pulse Network. It's social TV.
You know, there are often times in small business, as much as we all talk about being small business owners and having control of our own destiny, there are some times where you simply must accept additional responsibilities. And in this case, Alex, his name, had to take on the additional responsibility of a new kitchen and making some tweaks, and it was going to change his schedule a little bit. And so we spent like an hour talking through, and he was totally fine. And the next day he calls me after he had just fought traffic, and he is absolutely panicked. And he had completely sort of lost his perspective. And it was funny how that traffic caused him to be frustrated and panic and lose his perspective about all the things we covered about his new responsibility that day. So it kind of brought me to this sort of framework for, okay, when you know you're going to have to take on new responsibilities, what's an effective way to sort of look at the things that help you keep perspective, that keep you from panicking?
A lot of times what happens is you get to this new role of responsibility. You see that it's a lot bigger job description or job responsibility than your last one. So it feels boundary-less for a little while. And you kind of like, everything's going to go wrong here. So one thing you can do is kind of throw some boundaries around it. But the starting with what can go wrong is really helpful because, you know that in the kitchen. If you drop a plate on the ground, if you drop the whole meal that you just plated for somebody and you've just screwed up an order for 10, by doing that, you know what to do. So, I mean, when you say to him, Alex, or, what's the next step on this thing? What you're saying is, hey, listen, this is likely the kind of bad thing that can happen, and here's how we've dealt with it in the past, etc. And it just gives them that sense. I mean, I get that from Covey, 7 Habits as well. He always talks about, with stewardship type ideas, how do you give them the frame but not all of the guts and details to make it work?
In a world of Facebook of 750 million plus people, and it's not even the people, it's the fact that these people have invested a lot of time in there. They've put in pictures, they've connected their social graph, they've updated their status. There's sort of stuff there that they want, that they have and is of value. It's going to take a lot more than having hangouts and pulses and things like that to get people to transfer over. And where my thinking is in the good side of it is in the age of codependency, look at how Twitter interacts so interestingly with Facebook and LinkedIn, and look at how platforms like a Hootsuite or a TweetDeck will enable you to spread your things to the outposts, as you so brilliantly named them many years ago. That to me is interesting. So I'm worried because I don't see a lot of the codependency of Google Plus with Facebook or Twitter, and I actually think that that's their real opportunity to grab market share and make it useful.